Hey everyone, so for this video I'm going to be going through and analyzing my game against one of my favorite grandmasters, GM Jesse Kraai. This was a 5-minute blitz game, and although I lost pretty easily playing against him because he's a grandmaster, I think that it still was an interesting game and worth putting up, so let's take a look at it. So I'm the black pieces, Jesse Kraai is the white pieces. He starts out by playing knight to f3, d5, c4, and I play c6. I play the Slav, so this type of approach to the c-pawn makes sense to me. d4, and here we are in the Slav defense. c takes, knight out, bishop. I've been trying out this system with the bishop out to d7. Most people will, maybe go knight c6 or something else, but I was trying out bishop d7 first at this time, and I had some ideas of maybe going bishops to c6 in some cases instead of putting the knight there, but it doesn't really work out for me at this time. Okay, bishop f4, e6, e3, knight c6, and yeah, I'm not even going to use my idea in this case anyways. And one of the key points is his bishop is outside of the pawn chain, mine is locked in. Okay, so that's one good thing already for him. As Lisa Simpson would say, a blockaded bishop is of little value. Okay, so let's keep going. a6, that was, I think, unnecessary pawn move too early. But one of the things to notice is some people may notice this pawn is undefended, but the queen shouldn't really take here. That's not so great because if we look, this knight can come to, oh, I'm sorry, not knight a4, knight b5, and we're getting, into some trouble from moving the queen early. All right, so let's get back to the game. Yeah, it's not usually a good idea to take the b pawn early on with the queen, and there's lots of dangers, even dangers of getting trapped a lot of the time. But let's continue on with the game. a6, knight a4, and let's just go through. I give up my good bishop for his knight, which was on c5. It was pretty strong. I castle him. Bishop to d6, and then this bishop is quite irritating here on d6, and it's kind of invading my squares. And I don't really like that, and I also don't have my dark squared bishop to contest it. Okay. Yeah, and that bishop on d6 is kind of a bit of a monster. And also compared to the fact that I only have a light squared bishop, which is locked in. Okay, he's getting out of his pieces, his queen, and this knight he's attacking. And he kind of just starts slowly building up his position, which is what grandmasters do, right? Like, he's just getting in his rooks, his bishops. Now he's starting to advance his pawns, just take more space. And, that's what grandmasters do. They don't rush in. He has a better position, so he's just slowly building things up, because I really don't have anything that I can do in this position. I mean, I have this bishop that's locked in. There's troubles, all along this diagonal that can happen. And he's just slowly pushing. That bishop's really irritating again. And the other thing is okay, I even exchange queens. But even with the queens exchanged, he has so much pressure, even with the queens getting exchanged. He has the bishop pair. His pawns are advanced and taking more space. This bishop is terrible. And so I realizing how bad my position is, and I kind of can't really come up with any real clear plans. I'm just moving, my pieces, trying to find decent places for them. And again, these pawns now are starting to become troublesome because all my pieces are kind of cramped up. I can't go anywhere. And also here, I'm running very low on time as well, because this was a blitz game, and I couldn't find a plan, so I'm using all of my time trying to come up with moves in a position where there's no clear plan, really, that I could come up with. And then, down to, seconds, I'm just kind of making moves until I either run out of time or he checkmates me. But we're going to put the last few moves on the board just to finish it up, so you can see how the game ended, how I completely lost. Okay. C5, or takes F7, and then this was the last move before I realized it was over, and I just let the last few seconds tick off my clock while I, waited for the game to end. Because black is just completely lost. But anyways, interesting game, despite how badly I played. Or maybe it wasn't even just that I played badly, more like just he played very, very well compared to me, who's not nearly on the same level. But anyways, hopefully you learned from my loss in some way. And yeah, that's going to be it. So thanks for watching. Bye.